guys, Dr. Decks here. Today I want to talk to you about Instagram and how you can develop your followers and possibly get more followers, get more likes, just become a more important influencer on that social media app. I know that YouTube is really important and we put out a lot of videos on YouTube, but for those of you that don't know, I am considered an Instagram influencer. I'm getting close to coming up to 100,000 followers. We're doing a huge giveaway, but we'll get to that at the end of this video. So if you like what you see, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. And for those of you that are really interested in the art of deckboard bending, don't forget to go check out Dr. Deck's Masterclass. All right, so here we go. You all have one of these, right? These are smartphones. Instagram is a social media app that you install on your phone, and what you do is you share pictures, videos, short stories, and there's Instagram television, which allows you to share longer videos and stories that if it takes more than 1 minute to complete. By using all of those aspects of the software, you become more popular as your follower base increases. So I wanted to show you guys a few tips and tricks that I use and what I find important and how it's taken me, man, since 2012 maybe to generate 100,000 followers. There's a lot of people out there that have generated a lot faster than I have. But as far as somebody that's been specifically organic, I haven't paid for likes, I haven't paid for followers, I haven't paid for anything, no boosting, I haven't paid to boost my posts to get more people to like them or anything like that. So I am strictly a 100% organic page. I'm really proud of that. As far as deck builders go, and as far as I know, I am the most followed deck builder on Instagram in the world. So I take a lot of pride in that. And I'm going to show you, since we haven't really covered this on YouTube, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. All right, so basically I'm going to compose a post about what Nazee's up to today and what we're doing on Instagram. Now I have a choice. I can either post a photo, I can post a short 1-minute video, 1 minute or less, I can post a video that's longer than a minute, or I can post a set of 4 stories, which are 15-second clips that can connect together, and then you can put all kinds of effects and tags and hashtags and all this other stuff that I don't really use a whole lot, but people seem to really dig it when you add, sometimes you can add music to it and do some really crazy stuff through stories. So what I've learned is that Instagram wants you to use all parts of their software. It's not just heavily based on any particular aspect, at least not to my knowledge. Now, their algorithms change all the time. It gets very frustrating when you're trying to figure out what's going to be your maximum value when you're posting, but there's really no answer. You got to kind of play around with it to figure it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a video of Nas, what he's doing, and then see how long it ends up being. I'm deciding, okay, so I'm going to do a video. All right, so it's either going to be a 1 minute or less video that I'll post on Instagram, or it'll be over 1 minute long and I'll post that on Instagram television. Then we'll get into a story after that. Okay, so then we're going to talk about verbiage. Verbiage is really important. Proper spelling and hashtags. Hashtag is a £, but it's also known as an identifier. And an identifier is like a file folder. If you want people to know something about what you're trying to show, let's use the example hashtag deck. D-E-C-K, that has like 1 point some million hashtags behind it. So if you hashtag deck, anytime anybody presses that highlighted part of your text, it'll show up in all the photos that have hashtag deck. So having individual identifiers for your own business is something I've learned is really important. I have a couple for Dr. Decks, of course, hashtag Dr. Decks. Now, other followers use that hashtag as well. They'll use it to identify Dr. Decks. If they want me to see what they're putting out, they'll hashtag me, which is kind of crazy. And they'll also tag me with the @ symbol. So the @ symbol tells people, hey, you, I'm talking about you. And a hashtag is more like an identifier where actually my hashtag of Dr. Decks has become an identifier to a lot of people. Didn't really realize that was going to happen. I've also come up with a couple other hashtags that I use religiously. The one I use the most is hashtag your prescription for quality, because it's Dr. Decks and doctors prescribe stuff, and I prescribe quality in my builds. So every time you click on that, you're going to see what I'm up to today. When I'm finished with a deck and I am completely done and that baby's looking mint, I hashtag your prescription has been filled. So what that does is it brings up all of my finished work, and basically only my finished work. It doesn't show everybody else's finished work unless they're identifying with that hashtag, and not too many people do. That's one kind of exclusive to me. And then another one I hashtag about, and this is one I also created about 5 or 6 years ago, called hashtag deckboard bending. And I did that because I wanted people to start seeing what I was doing with man-made decking products and how to manipulate and curve them. Now, a lot of people use that hashtag now. But if you go back to the very first hashtag that was ever used for deckboard bending, you're gonna see 100 to 200 posts of just Dr. Decks, and then other people started clicking on, and now there's probably 50 or 60 guys that use it all the time. Okay, so that's how that works. So I've been, like I said, on Instagram for probably 8 years. And I'd say the last 4 years is where it's gotten really interesting and where I've really started to build an audience. And the last 2 years has become really intense. And now I'm about to hit that 100,000 follower mark. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do, here's my cell phone. I have Instagram right here, always located right where I can find it. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna do a post. So before I even do that, I'm gonna open up my camera and I'm gonna do a video. And I'm just gonna shoot the video. It's not through Instagram. This video I'm shooting through my phone, and then we'll go from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about, he's gonna record for YouTube and I'm going to record for Instagram, but then I'm going to pitch YouTube while I'm talking about Instagram. Are we on? You get it? Okay. It's a little confusing at times. All right, now Z, hit it. All right, Z Deck Man is in the house. What you doing? You're running some Cortex
screws into our TimberTech AZEK decking.
Right on.
And, covering
yeah.
this beam.
So we're covering up the beams. This is what they look like before. You guys have seen them for months like this. Guys, but that's what we're doing today. All right, over and out. So I just filmed a video. It's well over a minute long, okay? So I know I'm already gonna go to Instagram television to launch this video. Inside of Instagram television, there's an option that will allow you to display the first 1 minute of your video onto the Instagram app as well. Always do this. It kind of catches people and gets them to jump over to IGTV. I know that when IGTV was new, Instagram was really hard and heavy about having people use that platform. So I use it quite often because usually my videos are more than a minute long. All right, guys, so we're gonna do a screen capture now. And what I've done is I'm going into IGTV, and I know the video I wanna do, so I'm going to hit this little video camera, and then I'm gonna go to my tap down below in the bottom left, and it'll bring up all my videos. So here's the video I want to do. All right, Z Deck Man is in the house. All right, this is the video I want. So I'm gonna hit the arrow, and then you can select your screen of what you want to show, okay, on your video. So I'm just gonna, I like to see Dr. Deck's logo on the back of Z Deck Man shirt, so I'm gonna put that up. Hit next. Now you have your title. So this could be our morning update for 5/11. All right, and then we got to post a description. Now we had already had a problem with our screen capture device, so I had pre-composed this screen capture, but you can see right here, like, here's the verbiage. Z Deck Man is installing TimberTech AZEK coastline decking. So Z Deck Man, I tagged Z Deck Man in this post, so now Z knows. So if I back this up, it'll say searching for Z Deck Man. There he is. I can just push it right there. Is installing at TimberTech. Same thing. I hit the at symbol, and then I start spelling out TimberTech, and then again it's going to pop up on my screen. There it is, right there, TimberTech, and then AZEK coastline decking over our glulam beams, which I've hashtagged. Glulam is just an interesting word, so I thought I would hashtag it. Using at Fasten Master Pro. Now Fasten Master is a product we use quite a bit of. We like using their Cortex products, so there's Fasten Master, so I tag them. Okay, Cortex hidden plugging system. And that's basically all I have to say about what we're doing this morning. So then I use my identifiers. I hashtag Dr. Decks, I hashtag your prescription for quality, and then I might tag one other brand on the tail end of this. So I decided to tag Metabo HPT because that's the kind of drill Nazi is using to install the Cortex plugs. So I use them, And then I have a couple of identifiers that I have in a file folder. So here's my notes. So I have a couple of identifiers, and I'll paste those right into the text right there. So now that I like all that, here where it says add to series, you can add it to different volumes if you want of a series of videos that you may be showing certain aspects of the deck or certain aspects of whatever you want to share. So I'm going to cancel that because I'm not going to add it to a series today. But you also want to post a preview. See that toggle right there? You're going to post a preview to Instagram, and also make sure that this toggle is on make visible on Facebook. Okay? Those are both really important. That gets more people to your post. All right. So I like all that. Looks good. I'm going to hit the post. This is the second time we've done this, so if you happen to see this post and then it got removed and it came back up again, that's why, because we're shooting for YouTube. All right, now that that's done, I just want to go to that video and make sure it's working. And it is.
Z-Deckman is in the house.
There he is. Okay, Z-Deckman. All right, looks good. So that's how you compose a post to Instagram TV. And that's going to jump to Instagram. It's only going to play the first minute of the video, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to go to Instagram television? And then a lot of times I'll just click yes. All right, so let's just say you're new to Instagram and you don't know what to put out, and you're not comfortable with the way you sound. You don't like the way your voice sounds. Maybe you don't like the way you look. Basically, you're gonna have to get over some of those things if you want to be successful on your page, because people don't like it when you're sporadic. You gotta be consistent. That's probably the one thing, if anything, I could tell you about being a social media influencer, is you gotta be consistent. If you're not putting out information every day, several times a day, but for beginners, one picture once a day is what I ask you to do, with a good description. If you can do that, do it while you're using the bathroom. I don't care how you do it or when you do it, as long as you do it. Also, if you make your page a business page, you're going to get analytics. Analytics are important. It'll show you the best hours to post your information. It'll show you your male to female ratio. It shows you all kinds of stuff that I kind of find really interesting when I'm posting information onto the internet. But I think if you're not consistent, that's going to be a really tough way to gain followers. And in my opinion, gaining followers is more important than gaining likes, because you got to build an audience. You can have the same people liking your pictures all over in videos over and over and over again, but you want new followers. You want to keep generating content that more and more people are going to see. You want to get people so excited about what you're doing that they're tagging other people to come look at what you did. Always take a minute to try to compose a good photograph. Don't do the same angle every time. Lay down on the floor. Get up at the ceiling. Try some different angles. Try to be unique. Try to find different ways to capture your audience. Use filters if you have to bring out some brightness or some dullness into something that you might want to change the way it looks a little bit. It's all about how much time you're willing to invest into social media. I spend up to 4 hours per day on social media. One thing I try to do when I'm posting on Instagram is I always try to be positive. I always try to pay it forward, and I always try to answer everybody's questions. Some days are difficult for me because I can get up to 200 questions a day. So I can't answer everybody's questions all the time, but I do my best. Some threads I get 90 to 100 comment. Thank you very much, like a TYVM acronym, goes a long way with some people because they just want to know that you actually read their comment. And when you reply to it, then they know that you read it. So always reply to your comments. Be kind. Don't be mean. Try to pay it forward. I get a lot of cursing on my page that I have to delete. So don't curse on your page. It's kind of a no-brainer, especially if you want to go further with your page. And some people, that's all they do. And I get it, but I don't allow it on my page. All right, guys, so I'd appreciate it if you don't follow me on Instagram, if you would go over there and check it out, give me a follow. And while you're there, why don't you enter my 100K giveaway? There's probably $5,000 worth of products that I'm giving away for this giveaway. So I would really, if you want to go check it out, tag a few people, see if there's something maybe you'd like to win, and follow the directions. Go to the original post. It's an evening time shot of some lit up glass on our current build. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to click the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified we're putting out fresh content. And for those of you that love this deckboard bending and you want to use that hashtag deckboard bending, don't forget to go check out Dr. Deck's masterclass. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.